Yeah, you know I'm on my, hey, you know I'm on my, hey, you know I'm on my, hey, hey, yeah, I don't never lose, nah, all I do is win, hey, I don't never lose, yeah, all I do is win, hey, this week on earth, 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 hey.
Welcome to This Week on Earth. This week on Earth, we're going back to the draft style podcast.
With your host, Farmer Pew.
That's Cowboy Pew with the little flowers on my damn hat. Because all I got is a beach hat and I don't own a cowboy hat. That's okay. But anyway, we are doing TV shows this week. Nick is no longer with us.
Today. No longer, or just not here today?
No, he's not with us here today. I don't know where he is. He kind of flaked on us, and we have beef now at my ranch. It's back over that way. Anyhow.
Over yonder,
way back yonder. But anyway, draft order is myself, Sturge, Bauer, and Gage. The ground rules are it has to be a TV show. Gage, yes or no?
Shows.
No kids shows?
I mean, unless y'all want, I would say like
I'd say you
like
you
shows
can
on
do
HBO
animated shows,
right?
but not like Rugrats.
Yeah.
It would have to be like.
I got you. I feel what you mean.
Can't say the other show because it might be one of y'all's picks. But
why not? I mean, I'm not going to name any.
What you're putting down.
I'm not going to name any, but
I know what you're saying. I'm about it. I'm there.
I'm cool. I'm not going to be naming no kid shows.
We should separate it just because if you start including kid shows, that's a lot.
But we're not saying
we've already done kids cartoons anyway.
Right. We're not saying not animated. You can name an adult animated show.
Yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Oh, this is open. Yes, sir.
All right. So we're good to go?
Yep.
All right. I got the first pick. This is the easiest selection of all time for me. Easy ass choice. Best show ever created. If you haven't watched it, you need to get your ass an HBO subscription and watch the shit. It's Game of Thrones, 1 million bazillion gazillion %, without a doubt.
So then how did you feel about the ending? Were you a fan?
It was bullshit, but the rest of it, I could watch it 50,000 times and still be entertained.
Show was great.
That show, let me just explain why I think that show is so great.
I do know that.
What is?
I was upset by the ending of it, but it still was a great show. Just the ending was bad. They ruined
It's like they ran out of budget or something. I mean, like it was just like
it was all in that damn war.
There should have been
how many people was in that thing.
That was gangster. But I mean, like that season started off like, damn, this is gangster, and then all of a sudden it was like, it's over. But it could have went a million different ways, and I never read the book, but I guess that's how the books went.
There's like 7 of them.
There's more coming, and they're starting.
Yeah, and I think that's what was part of the problem. And I don't know this to be fact, so all the viewers out there, you can fact check us. But the books weren't finished, and the producers and like I guess the writer of the show was just like, I'm gonna end it and just kind of do what we want to do without how the author would have done it. Was it like George R.R. Martin or something like that?
Right. Genius. But anyway, let me explain why I think it is the best show ever. Because there are so many main characters, like it takes you from story to story to story, but like they just get eliminated. You never know who's vulnerable to go. Like at the beginning, one of the main characters, like they're following his story basically, and then he's dead. And you're like, what the hell? This is season 1? Like, and that to me is so cool because like other shows you've watched, if there's a main character, you're like, obviously he's not going to die in the first 15 minutes, or the first 3 episodes. But that's what makes it so interesting to me, because you're like, there's these other ones where they're like planning to kill them or like wanting them dead, and they like live, but they're gonna die sometime, but when? And like,
Yeah. I like it because, like, I mean, I definitely am a fan of Game of Thrones. I liked it because there were so many characters that I was just like, they're a badass. Like
hell
Arya,
yeah,
badass.
extremely dynamic characters too. Like you follow their stories and they grow and they learn, and it's really dope. So many people would agree with that. I feel like that have watched it. But if you have not watched Game of Thrones, you need to watch Game of Thrones. Boobies. But anyway, Sturge has second pick.
That's also correct.
Yeah,
he's hot. Anyway, all right. So my first pick, God Almighty, this is like not my forte, and I'm probably not gonna get a whole lot of votes for this, but genuinely one of my favorite shows that I've watched that I got into, and like I said, I'll probably think of some more as we do this. But Dexter was fantastic.
Hell yeah!
You just took my pick, man.
That's a great show.
That was one of my favorite
How
shows.
did you feel about the original ending?
Yeah, that was a shitty ending too.
Yeah. He just kind of like walks off into nowhere, and then
I'm kind of dressed like him from the shoulders down.
Yeah, the lumberjack Dexter.
Yeah,
Dexter was definitely one of my top 2 picks.
Yeah, that's a great show without a doubt.
Also, infamous for one of the for a while when it was like surprise, motherfucker. You heard that on
much. The writer was able to tie his entire life together in every season. Like there was I felt as if the entire show was written all seasons at once, and then they executed all the entire story throughout the 7 seasons, and it didn't just get stretched out and manipulated trying to figure out what to do.
I mean, can we do spoilers on this? I feel like Dexter's been out long enough where like spoilers are acceptable.
You can't play on it.
This is not a TV. This isn't like, we're not trying to tell you. We're talking about shows that we've watched. People should have watched. Yes, we're not. It's not spoilers on here.
I wouldn't do too much.
All right. Well, when the one chick dies, I was pissed.
Oh yeah,
I was pissed off.
Bro, that was the most surprising
the Trinity
thing
killer,
ever
the Trinity
happened.
killer's victim. I was upset about that. I was
that was
you got to be
surprising.
kidding me.
That was cold.
Oh. All right.
Good pick though. Bauer, it's on you.
All right. So this was going to be my first pick, so I'm glad it didn't get snagged with Dexter being definitely my number 2. Sons of Anarchy.
Hell yeah. That's my number 2 pick, without a doubt.
That show.
I need to watch it. I didn't watch all of it. That was like very intermittent. It's like some of it I watched, but I couldn't talk to you about Sons of Anarchy, I don't think.
That's a fantastic
Sons of Anarchy is great.
I've never heard anything bad about it. Like I just haven't, just for whatever reason.
You should definitely check that one out.
Such a good show. Absolutely good choice. All right, Gage, you got back-to-backs.
Back-to-back.
With my first.
Also, wait, before you go, I'm sorry. Also, a show with a death in it that is one of the most terrible losses in television history.
Yeah, see, I know about that because that was so big that everybody talked about it. So
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Gosh, that was rough. But anyway.
For me?
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right.
Deaths have the same damn name now that I think about it.
What?
What'd you say?
No.
Never mind.
All right. So with my first pick, I'm gonna go with Breaking Bad.
Great choice.
Yeah.
That was my third choice. These were all in my top 5.
Breaking Bad was great. I love that. Was a show that I felt like the ending wrapped up everything that needed to be answered for the most part.
Yep.
Yeah, that show didn't go any longer than it needed to. It wasn't shortened. It was the perfect amount of time. That's a show I want to go back and rewatch.
Me.
And for my second pick, I'm gonna go Shameless.
I love that
fire show.
It was especially brand new, like when nobody knew about it, and the first only 3 seasons were out. That show was so hard.
Yeah, I really like Shameless.
Yeah, no doubt. Good picks.
Fiona.
I've actually never watched Shameless all the way through, but I have seen enough of it to agree. It's
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, after season like 4 or 5, I fell off from watching it just because it just didn't. I'm hard to watch TV shows and shit. ADHD is a motherfucker. But what I did follow is fantastic. I've seen clips of it on like TikTok and stuff, and where like the characters or what the age they are seems pretty fire.
Oh yeah.
All right, is it back to me?
It is back to you.
So for my second pick, this show really has somewhat of it just got a background to it, but it's kind of just all over the place. The Office.
Fuck you.
That's a great pick.
I knew
That's my top five.
That was gonna be my next pick, and I knew that was probably Peasy's second pick.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be his next pick too.
No doubt.
And that
It easily, I mean, it could have even been my number one pick. Like, really, I can interchange those, but they're two different type of shows. But
oh yeah, for sure.
The Office I've seen like 1 million bazillion times. Wow, why am I doing that today? That's the second time I've done that. 1 million bazillion gazillion.
I mean, you've seen it a lot. That's a lot of times.
I mean, that's like a show I put on when I'm going to bed and like fall asleep. And yeah.
Man, that's puts me on the spot here. Okay. I'm gonna go with another solid show that a lot of people watched and also kind of fell off. A lot of shows do that though. They're great for like 4 seasons and then they just like kind of fall off. But everybody watched it, The Walking Dead.
Shit. Y'all are killing me here.
I knew it was coming.
I'm not a zombie person, so
Bro,
watched like 2 or 3 episodes of it, and I was like, not for me.
The first 2 or 3 seasons was
first 3 seasons were really good.
Yeah, it was great.
I know that everybody loves it because I mean everybody followed that show so hard.
Yeah, that's a great show. I'm still haven't finished it, but that's a show that I feel like could have ended by now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But still. Also deaths that are very, very like hit you really hard.
True.
All right, I got to take my time a little bit with this one because I know one that I want, but now I have to think of my pick after that. I'll go ahead and take the one that I want. I'm gonna have to do a little quick research here and find me some more because all my picks just went off the board.
They're gonna go quick.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a newer show that I think has cemented itself as one of the best shows of all time, and that is Ozark. I think that show
Ozark is very good.
Ozark is great.
I haven't seen it.
Wow.
You haven't seen Ozark?
Yep.
Bro,
I watched
you
the
definitely
first
need to watch that.
Yeah, no doubt.
The first season's a little slow, I will say, but bro, when you get into it, you really get into it.
Yeah,
like the show picks up very fast and it's good.
Yeah, it's very solid show. Again, with characters that you're like,
question is this
like I hate them and I love them, and
is this is the categories like Netflix special shows count, like not because it was on TV or not, or did it have to be on TV?
If it's a TV show, yeah, it doesn't have to be on TV show. If it's a series like TV show, that counts.
All right, word.
Oh, you was trying to discredit my answer.
No, I'm trying because I got one that's just on a platform that's not on TV.
Yeah, Ozark is a Netflix original, and really, honestly, I love Netflix originals.
Fuck yeah,
really, they do a good job with those.
Yep. Mine's gonna come out of left field.
Yeah, my next pick is pretty wild too. I don't think any of y'all are gonna have this one.
I'm not gonna say mine is left field, but it's the first of its kind on this list. It is Family Guy.
I knew it. That's why I said the animated adult shows was for that specific show right there.
There are others, but
there are others.
But that one was
everybody our age has seen Family Guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of it.
Yeah. It's a great show. Honestly, ingenious. So, and while y'all are picking, I'm gonna go do some research.
All right, so it's on me. And this is legit one of my favorite shows, and I'm also going to pick it now because if it's got to get picked. If y'all don't pick it, you're crazy. Stranger Things is a really, really good show.
That's a good one.
That was my next pick.
Stranger Things is really it's like this new season. I really like this new season.
Yeah, the new season was great
until July 1st to watch the rest of it. But like, if there are people out there that have watched Stranger Things and haven't watched the new season yet, it's creepy and like way more dark than other seasons of Stranger Things.
I thought season 1 and 2 were great. 3 fell off a little bit. And then this new season definitely picked it back up and took it to a new level.
And my true crime listening self, that the character Eddie, the dude like the Dungeons and Dragons guy, that's based off of it's modeled off of a real person named Damien Eccles that was part of the Memphis 3.
Yeah.
He like straight up, it was literally satanic panic in the 90s, and
I watched the documentary.
And they just got released from jail on what's called an Alfred plea recently.
Interesting.
Man, based on
pretty cool.
True not story, but happenings. That shit happened.
Well, some of it.
I mean they sentenced this kid to death solely because he was like into like heavy metal, and like people just thought it was strange and weird.
Him and his friends.
Yeah, 2 of his friends. Well, they didn't get sentenced to death though, just life in prison. But one got sentenced to death.
I'm on episode 2, so don't say too awful much.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have anything to do with that. No,
just the fact that they like.
I don't mean that. I'm just meaning like
the
Dungeons and Dragons theory of it, right?
Yeah, the fact that he's portrayed as like this crazy dark person because he plays Dungeons and Dragons and listens to metal. Like,
that's interesting for sure. I didn't know
obviously he worships the devil. That type
scary.
Stuff.
It's just a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love Stranger Things. That's my show.
All right, Bauer, it's on you, my guy.
So mine is a Netflix original, and I don't know if y'all have watched it. Maybe you've stumbled across it, but every time a new season comes out, I'm able to get through all the episodes in a night with no regards to my sleep pattern. It's 13 Reasons Why.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
the only thing that I've heard about it is that it's like triggering.
It is.
Yeah, it definitely has some.
It touches all bases, man. For some odd reason,
it talks about real shit, basically. The stuff that is really going on in the world today, like the shootings, the suicide, stuff like it. They talk about the real stuff. And that's why it gets what it does.
Yeah, the main foundation, then it branches off into so much other stuff that just it portrays how an area can be affected by one tragic event. It's insane.
All right. Gage, you got back-to-backs.
All right. So I don't know if anybody on here has ever watched it, but it's definitely one of my favorite shows. Californication. Loved it.
Never seen it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I hadn't seen it either.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. I ain't gonna tell you what it's about, but it's good.
Man, I know I'm forgetting some shows.
And then dang it. Hold on.
I have a solid direction that I'm trying to go in here, and I hope nobody takes my picks. One of them I know nobody's gonna take, but
Confidence.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, if anybody says the one show that I'm talking about, saying like we're going
right, I got it.
Ooh.
Mind Hunter is gonna be my next one.
Mind Hunter?
Yep. The Netflix show about
isn't that like a behavioral analysis guy? Yeah.
They investigate like serial killers, but it's how it gets started and stuff. I thought
that really is crazy, man. Profiling and doing like the behavioral analysis and making profiles is wild because them dudes be on it. Like a lot of the times they're like, oh, this person lives at home with his mom and like probably is a park ranger. So it's just like what? And then that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Bauer is absent for his pick.
30 seconds and we make a pick for him.
That's right. What are we gonna pick for him?
I'm back. I'm here. I'm here.
Teletubbies.
No kids shows, Jimmy.
Pretty Little
that's
Liars.
it
So I
Did
shouldn't
you-
tell people I still watch that.
over a lot of like different locations, but CSI as a total.
CSI. Okay, I mean that's fair.
That sounds
That's a
boring.
fire show.
There's a
Oh.
better one out there.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, there's a bunch, but I rock with CSI.
There's a better one out there.
Well, yeah, that's pure opinion. I like them all, but
Oh yeah, there's definitely more popular picks than what we're choosing too. 'cause
Oh, yeah, for
all
sure.
time there's shows that I don't even.
Oh
know
yeah, dude.
about
If
that.
any like older person watches this, they're gonna have a conniption fit.
Yeah, Band of Brothers, they're gonna freak out.
Where's Cheers?
Yeah, where exactly? Where's Cheers?
oh, dude, the soap operas.
Nobody picked How I Met Your Mother or 90210.
2.5
Seinfeld.
Men should be on the list.
These are the days
Charlie
of our
Sheen.
lives.
Seinfeld is a huge one.
Yeah, we're not even done yet.
Well, Pete just knocked my fifth pick out.
You
What?
can have it. I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah, nobody's taking that.
You want me to go ahead and write it down for
You
you?
have your tossed
I
salad
got
and
to think of
scrambled
something
eggs.
else because it's done been blabbed out.
Oh man.
Which
All
one
right.
was it?
2.5 men.
Oh,
Oh.
2.5 Men.
Men.
I watched it when it was
And it was
early-
funny with
early
Charlie Sheen
seasons. Yeah, when Charlie Sheen was there.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen was great.
when he was drinking tiger's blood and
Drinking tiger's blood.
Yeah.
All right, Jimbo, where are you
all
at?
right, I'm going way off the path that I've got created here, and I'm going with my favorite animated adult show, and that's Rick and Morty.
Hell yeah.
I know that a lot of people hate Rick and Morty, and like a lot of people are like think it's stupid. And then like there's those people that are like Rick and Morty's the best show that's ever been. I'm not one of those guys, but I love some Rick and Morty. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, I love it too.
It's hilarious.
Two
If you
great
haven't watched Rick and
characters.
Morty, the people are like, oh, it's kind of stupid. Yeah, it might be kind of stupid at first, but like, what? It's funny. It really, truly is funny. Watch it.
I guess I'm gonna have to take y'all's word for it and give it a chance.
You
But
really should, dude. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah, no doubt. It really is. Some episodes are funnier than others. I'll
For
say.
sure, 100%. Like, there's
But-
some that I don't care to watch, like just because I know that there's ones out there that I will watch. Like The Vindicators 3 is probably one of my all-time favorite episodes. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Go
it's a
watch
good
it.
show. Okay, so I got back-to-backs to round it out for me, 4 and 5. And I've got a lot that I can choose. And I've got one that I could choose and get votes hands down, but I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to go my personal list, and
You'll get no
Number-
more respect from me for that.
yeah, I understand.
You know.
Number 4 for me is going to be a show that I think it lost me in the last season. I just kind of stopped watching it. I don't even think that I made it to the series finale, but Orange is the New Black.
love that show. Great show.
That's a good, I mean, people like that show. That's a good vote picking up show.
Yeah, that's just a show that I really liked.
It was a good show.
Another one that I just saw some of. Like, I know what it's about and like the premise, of it. But
It's a really great show, honestly. But I do think that last season was, I'm not going to say pointless, but pointless. I'll say it. I said it. But anyway, my last show, I had it and now I forgot it, but give me a second. I can find it. But I think I'm going to pick a different one anyway. That's on my mind. It's a funny show. I'm going to go with Jimmy will appreciate this one. He's in the business. Parks and Recreation.
It was all right.
What? Parks and Rec is
The
great.
Office was way better.
Well, yeah, The Office went.
It's
Nine
like the
picks
same
before that.
story, just different in little ways. I just couldn't get down.
You couldn't get down with Parks and Rec.
I didn't like it as much.
Jimmy, you hear this?
Maybe it was the humor they used. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's yeah. Parks and Rec is funny. That's a good one. I mean, it is.
You're
I
supposed
think-
to have my back. You are
I think
a Parks
what
and
I
Rec
think
man.
what hurts. I think what hurts Parks and Rec is that it came out after The Office.
Yep.
And it's like it is the same style. You know, they're looking at the cameras and stuff like that. Like it's the same style as The Office. So I think that it just kind of was like, I don't. I think that's why.
Oh, I want to change my pick because I forgot.
I don't think that's allowed.
If
I
it
think
doesn't
we
get
should all
picked,
get
can
one
I have
extra
it?
pick.
Honorable
I
mention.
mean, we still got honorable mention.
We can go an extra round because Nick isn't here.
All right. Well, okay. All right. I'm cool with that then. Fine with that. Because I actually, for my fifth pick, it wasn't going to be this until you started talking about what you were talking about. And you were like, it's funny. And then I remembered this should have been higher on my list. I just completely forgot about it. But
Yeah.
Eastbound and Down. Kenny fucking
Dude, that's
Powers.
that's a funny one.
That is a good one.
So I guess in honor of Tyler Hero, Miami Heat, winner of the Sixth Man of the Year, we're gonna have 6 picks for this draft. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure we can do
Yeah,
that even though we're
Eastbound-
sitting at home.
Eastbound and Down is hilarious. That
That
show
really is.
funny as hell.
La Flama Blanca. Great
There's so
show.
much. He's ridiculous.
He really is.
Easy. I'm curious. Did your show start with an F? The one you said you wasn't gonna name that would get popular vote.
No, it does not. It does not.
All right, Bauer, what you got for 5?
All right, for 5 is a show that, I mean, it's borderline absolutely ridiculously stupid, but the amount of gut busting laughing scenes and quotes I've gotten from this show, I can't not let it go on. Trailer Park Boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, that's a good show. That's a funny show for sure.
Hell yeah. It almost made my list. I saw it. Yeah, it almost made my list. Good choice.
So I gotta go 5th and 6th, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about Trailer Park Boys? Mine is Ricky getting all the quotes so close, but wrong.
Yeah.
That just cracks me up. They do it like every episode. But anyway, yeah.
I think Jim Leahy and his like the shit apple doesn't fall far from the shit tree. Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
0.12. It's perfect coast, just enough to feel it, but drunk enough not to care.
Yeah, that was late in Trailer Park Boys, and they're still making it.
I think when they paved their driveway with hash, that was pretty funny. That
Was good stuff. They are
Yeah.
innovative.
good pick. Good pick.
Yep. All right, Gage. Back to backs.
So 5 and 6.
Yep.
Let's go with American Horror Story.
Oh man,
Mm.
that's like my favorite show ever. How did I forget about American Horror Story? God, I'm mad at myself now. Gee, that's my number 1 pick. I'll take it back.
Wow.
Damn. That's I love American Horror Story.
Yeah, a lot of people
And
do.
I'm gonna go with a personal favorite Netflix original, Money Heist.
Wow.
Money Heist.
I love that show.
I've seen literally every. Did y'all watch the short ones too, like the split season with the 2 little short stories of American Horror Story? They're all fantastic.
Did.
No.
What's your
Don't
favorite
watch it.
season of American Horror Story?
Coven is definitely up there for sure.
Coven's cool.
I really like that one. And the fact that they bring them back later.
Yeah, I
on.
like that because like all the other American Horror Stories you don't have to watch. You can watch them separately, and then you can
Right.
still watch season 7 separately, and you still know what's like. You can
Right.
you can read that story, but then like if you did watch The Coven and you did watch Hotel, then like you know exactly what's up. Like 'cause
Yeah.
they bring it from like 3 other seasons they bring into that one, so that was really cool.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
never watched it. It ain't for
I would
me.
say Coven was probably definitely one of my favorites.
Coven was cool. Freak Show is probably the worst.
Freak Show was really weird. I didn't really like the house. The house one was all right. It had a good story, but I didn't really like.
Yeah,
it
and they
at
brought
all.
that one back in this last one, the little short stories.
The hotel one was pretty cool. The fact that it had the killers in there, like certain serial killers that would come visit the hotel.
Do you know that was based on the Cecil Hotel, which is also real? Like
I
there
didn't
was
know it was based on the Cecil, but I know what the Cecil is.
yeah, there's at least 2
That's a
serial
crazy
killers
story.
that did live there. So that's what that's based on the Cecil Hotel.
Yeah, didn't
Richard
Night-
Ramirez.
yeah, the Night
lived
Stalker.
there. Yeah, that's who that is. And then somebody else, but I can't remember right now. But there was another one that stayed there on Skid Row.
Yeah, that's a crazy place. For sure.
All right, we've got
American Horror Story. I swear.
I swear. All right, Bauer.
I thought what was Gage's second pick?
Money Heist.
Money
Oh.
Heist.
We just
Good
didn't
show.
talk about it because I just took over with American Horror Story. There.
Good show in Espanol.
This is not had any correlation with any of the shows picked so far. This is my personal favorite show that I love to watch just because it includes my hobby. Diners, Drives In, and Dives off the Food Network.
Triple D. That is
totally
a
allowed.
very interesting pick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, who doesn't like Guy Fieri? Come on.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives, right?
Yep.
I've never seen that.
There's a place literally right at the end of my road that was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
We got a couple in Charlotte.
Pinkies
Yankees.
jumping. They got them crab cake hush puppies, boy, them down things hit.
Garlic cilantro chicken tacos that gave me indigestion, but they was good.
Golly. You could smell Bauer's burps that day from 2 miles away.
All day. Yeah. That
All right.
food was
Oh, my bad. All right, Sturge.
Food Network.
All right, so
chef, you know.
my last pick here
got Jimbo.
is this one is kind of, I don't know. This is a show that I liked, and I didn't even pick it. I didn't like, probably would have never picked it, but like Chelsea was trying to watch whatever, and I was just like, all right, fine. Like I'll watch it. And then it ended up being dope, and it was awesome. But The Originals, I don't know if anybody's seen it. The Originals.
I have seen it. It is
Really
good.
It's a good
Tabitha loves that show.
yeah, dude. If for real,
There's
watch it
one
with their-
vampire
you should
story
watch it
that
with
is
her if you
better.
can.
Though.
Like it's very cool. And then they have all kinds. There's like spinoffs, like legacies and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
She's seen them all like 5 times.
The
I mean,
Originals, like I said, if Chelsea watches this one, she's gonna be like, "Oh, see, I knew you'd like it." But like, it was a good show.
It was pretty good. I think I got one favorite vampire show that's better than that one now.
That's fair. I'm not like huge into vampire shows. I will say, unrelated to this topic, The Lost Boys is the best vampire movie.
that
ever.
was, I was going to say that was going to be my pick, but I was lying
Yeah,
anyway.
what-
It's very-
Vampire
The
TV show.
movie.
Huh?
What?
What's your favorite vampire show?
Wait till Peasy picks just in case.
I ain't picking no goddamn
It's True
vampires.
Blood. True
Yeah.
Blood is fire.
Yeah, True Blood's good. That's the one with like Sookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Sookie.
Yeah, I watched the same thing. Chelsea was watching it. I started watching it, got into it, and watched the whole thing.
Yeah, True Blood is fire. I might even start that back up just because we talked about it.
My last pick is You.
That's
You-
a good one.
What's his name? Joe.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Second
Yeah.
season is good, but I hate how some shows get their substance taken too far. It just like the first season of You was fantastic, and then they just had to stretch it out too much.
It's just who he is, man.
Joe.
So
You
now
always
that,
want what you can't have.
now that we're done with the picks, I will say what I was going to say that's a better show than CSI is Law and Order SVU.
It's up
What
there.
I said, Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds is good.
SVU is the best one. I agree
SVU
with
is,
that.
I think, also the best one. Like,
But-
well, early SVU when they started getting like and what's his name wasn't in there anymore. I don't remember his name now. Elliot.
the hunk.
when he wasn't in there anymore, and they got the new guy. And shout out to Mariska Hargitay. She's been on that show for forever.
OG.
Yeah,
I got 2 honorable mentions when we're ready to do those.
I guess that was technically one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah, I'll do mine real quick. The show that I said I could say to get a lot of votes starts with the letter Y. Gage.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. I should have picked it because of the damn background.
And that's one of the ones that everybody's on right now.
Yeah, I
Haven't
wasn't
seen it.
able to
I
get
haven't seen
into it because I just wasn't in the mood to. I have to be in the mood to sit and watch TV. Like, I'm not a very good binge watcher. I don't know. I like to switch it up a little bit.
Binge watcher, but I mean that shit's got to grab me by the soul.
And my second honorable mention, I just finished the second season of it. It's supposed to be a third season coming, is The Mandalorian. I did enjoy that show. It's really
Pretty good.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Obi-Wan Kenobi yet, definitely watch that one. I would say it's better than
That's the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. You've already watched it?
Yeah. Well, it's still coming out. It's only 3 episodes in
Yeah.
so far. So yeah, I've watched all 3.
Yeah. I finished all 2 seasons of Mandalorian, and very good show.
So
So
I guess other than Law and Order, honorable mentions. Just two shows that I watched a lot of, and one of them I just thought of and probably could have put on my list, probably in place of the originals, but Archer and
hell yeah.
Futurama.
Futurama's fantastic.
But Archer and Futurama are both really good shows.
I look.
That would have been Brittany's number 1 pick is Archer. She
Yeah.
loved
What messed me up is I didn't get into Archer until way late. Like, so Bob's Burgers was already out. So like I watched Bob's Burgers first and then watched Archer, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, that's Bob. So
Archer's a great
other
show.
way around.
Archer's a great show, but Futurama is honestly a really great show because it has like a storyline to it. And
Yeah,
it's just
Futurama's
funny,
underrated.
but yeah, no doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
Honorable mention for me. It's a brand new show, but I loved it. I binge watched all the episodes, and I have a feeling that it's going to be able to stretch into like 4 or 5 seasons. Is The Lincoln Lawyer? It is hard. That shit is hard. I love me some.
I was about to watch it. What's it about? Like, just like a summary. Is it like just a lawyer taking on like a murder case, or?
Well, yeah, it's just like CSI, where there's a main case and then there's a sidebar case, but it's so much more than that. It's the first season is so dope. It's so dope. I watched the entire season in one night.
I haven't seen the show, but the movie with Matthew McConaughey is great.
It's a spinoff directly from that.
Okay.
But I highly recommend it if you're into stuff like that. It is sick. And then this show is really, I mean, it's just funny, but it's my animated show, and I'm pulling heartstrings because the amount of memories. Squidbillies. It's just
Squidbillies.
You squash shake bitch.
It's one of those shows that watched. They always watched episodes when I'd hang out with Peasy, and we would just flip that on and chill it the rest of the night. And it wasn't even that great of a show. I mean, it was great. It was funny.
It's not that great of a show.
No, it's not.
Great.
It's very dumb, but it's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Don't touch the trim.
Don't touch the trim.
All right.
Yeah.
For my 2 honorable mentions, I guess I'm gonna do a show I've watched with females more than anybody, and I would say I didn't think I would like it, but it was great. Grey's Anatomy was really a great show. If you have not seen it, it is really good.
Too fucking long for me to start.
It is very long, but dude, it is a good doctor type show. I did like it.
Yeah.
Brittany, the third time.
Man,
Right?
I guess I'll name a comedy.
So many
But-
people dying in a hospital that work there instead of patients.
But it plays out really good. Like, what?
Yeah.
If
I feel
doctors
ya.
were to die, that's how they would die, you know.
Yeah. No, I saw like the first 2 seasons back when it first came out with my mom. She watched it, and I used to watch it with her. So
And then for my second one, I'll do like a nerdy comedy and go with Big Bang Theory.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's not my
Like
cup of
Big
tea,
Bang.
but yeah, a lot of people do.
One show that I did watch a lot that Gage just reminded me of. This was like back when you couldn't watch it. Like I bought the seasons on DVD of House.
House is,
Oh shit, House.
I mean,
No.
there's so many classic shows that we didn't name, like
Oh, yeah.
ER.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like-
that 70s show. That's
Probably could have got a
honorable
ton of
mention.
votes with like Friends and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Friends was oh my god, Friends is fantastic.
I've probably seen Fresh Prince the most out of any show I've ever watched.
Yeah.
My
And,
entire life.
Good TV show.
What'd you say?
Will and Grace.
Never
Shout
watched it.
shout out to our grandparents. Taxi was really funny. That was a funny ass show.
I like Sanford and Son. That's a good one.
Oh man, that was a good episode. There's a lot of shows now that I think
Oh
about it.
yeah,
I
I looked
know.
at a list a second ago, and I could still keep going if I needed to.
Yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna do great, but I'm happy. I'd watch all these shows on my list again. For sure. Every one of them.
Yeah. I'm a
Mhm.
I'm a big adult animation fan. And so
Yeah, me too. I would have named some animes, but I was like, nah, better not.
Yeah, but I feel like those also are so like obvious.
I thought
too.
about
Like,
saying South Park, but I was like, nah.
That's a good one.
yeah, South Park. I
Better
watched the
not.
Cleveland
The
show.
Simpsons.
American
Yeah, The
Dad
Simpsons.
is great. I think
Yeah.
that's like the second. I think it goes Family Guy and American Dad are like right there with each other.
I can get
Yeah.
down there.
After The Simpsons, you mean, right?
I
The
like South
Simpsons is
Park.
probably the biggest animated show to ever be created, ever.
It is.
It's like the longest running one.
It is.
And yeah, probably most popular too.
I mean,
Honestly, I would put
Fine.
Bob's Burgers ahead of
If for our
American
era,
Dad.
but I'm just
Really?
saying all of time, Simpsons was probably more popular.
Yeah,
than
no, I
now.
agree with you. If I were to rank them, even though I don't really watch The Simpsons or South Park, I'd probably go for me. If I'm doing the rankings, I'd put Family Guy first.
Yeah.
But you could really interchange Simpsons, Family Guy. Family Guy's been around longer than people really think. It came out in like 1999 or something like that, 98.
Yeah.
I don't know.
well, one of the
Dude,
like
South Park came out in 1990, didn't it?
Yeah, South Park's been around a long time.
It was a
Those are
long
my
time.
top three. Those would be my top three adult animation like ranking system.
as
But-
far as Bob's Burgers and American Dad, I think you just have to catch me on. Like if I was watching Bob's Burgers at that point, I would probably be like, I like Bob's Burgers. Like if I had to pick, but if I was watching American Dad, like in the
yeah,
season,
I feel you.
like it just any given day.
American Dad's really funny.
Sure. I just
Yeah.
like Roger.
Yeah, it's funny to me that he's a CIA agent with an alien living in his house. So
Yep.
that's just funny. But yeah, that's a good show. Honestly, any of those, Seth MacFarlane,
Mhm.
I'm a fan. He's hilarious and smart. So yeah, no doubt. I'll go over the list real quick. I went first and I had Game of Thrones, Ozark, Family Guy, Orange is the New Black, Parks and Rec, and Youth. Sturge went second. He had Dexter, Walking Dead, Stranger Things, Rick and Morty, Eastbound and Down, and the originals. Those top three right there are very solid, which I think all of ours are.
Yeah, for sure.
Bauer had Sons of Anarchy, The Office, 13 Reasons Why, CSI, Trailer Park Boys, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's a show. I mean,
It
more
is a
power
show.
to you.
That's the show.
Yep. I thought about going with The Voice. I love fucking Voice. Of all the singing competition shows, that one.
If we had to pick a singing competition show, I'm going The Masked Singer all day.
Cannot stand it.
It's good.
Oh, an X Factor.
It's fun.
No,
Come
we're not
on.
going X Factor. Gage went last, and Gage is the TV guy here. So these shows are probably good, the ones that I haven't seen. Breaking Bad, Shameless, Californication, Mindhunter, American Horror Story, and Money Heist.
I'm still mad I didn't pick American Horror Story.
I'm surprised it went that low.
Yeah, I didn't catch it until I had to start looking up my last ones, and I was like, wait, ain't nobody said this one yet.
Yeah.
I gotta say it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely surprised.
I'm glad you did because it for whatever reason it had slipped my mind so much that I wouldn't have said it, and then we would probably be talking about it, and then it hit me, and I was like, "Wow."
I know there's some shows that I have watched like that are in my top shows that I'm not naming. I'm not.
Oh
thinking
yeah,
of.
for sure. I've thought of more since we've done honorable mentions that I could name, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
for the sake of not being here for 6 hours, we
Yeah.
have to stop at some point.
Tonight, I'm gonna watch an episode of True Bloods.
He's gonna watch True Bloods,
Yeah.
not True Blood, but True Bloods.
The,
It's
the,
about
gang,
the
the
gang.
gangland special.
Have y'all watched Power or Snowfall?
No.
Hell,
I've seen Power, yeah, but
Yeah.
Snowfall.
I
I've
hear
seen
Snowfall is great.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
hear
both.
Snowfall
I've
is
seen
great.
Power, Snowfall. I've seen a lot of shows.
Yeah, you have. You've seen them all.
What's the other show that people are
The
talking
Wu
about?
Tang
Empire?
show. I
That's
watched the
another
Wu
one that
Tang
people talk
show.
about.
Jimmy, don't you watch the Wu Tang show?
The
Nah, I didn't
Dave
watch it.
Chappelle Show,
The Dave Chappelle show.
or just Dave. I like
Is
that.
it
show.
is it Empire, the new show that people are talking
Empire?
about?
That's the other one I'm
Empire.
thinking about.
Snowfall's the new one in that realm.
Hey,
Or,
yo,
or Euphoria?
Snowfall is fire.
Euphoria. that's-
Euphoria's fire.
Dang.
I didn't
I
even
would've
watch
named
it.
that
But
one.
yeah,
Oh, dang.
yeah.
Euphoria.
Euphoria's good. I wasn't even like faithfully watching it, but like Tabitha would have it on, and I'd be like,
I haven't seen a
Glued to
second.
the
of it. I
screen.
just saw people talking about it. So
yeah,
I've seen all of it. It's great.
that girl can act her ass off.
So, as we can tell, there's a lot of good TV shows out there, people.
There are. We could do a second episode.
We could. And if
Yeah,
you haven't
yeah.
seen some of the ones on this list, you should probably do that. And if you've seen all the ones on this list, you should probably go outside.
Yes, touch grass.
That's bad.
Yeah, Bauer said. I mean, Gage said, Yeah.
That probably is me.
"Yep,
I touch grass all the time. It's okay.
yeah, it's true. I can witness."
Get a pass. Come on, Radar. Go outside.
All right, that's been This Week on Earth. Like and subscribe.
Hit the notification bell.
Hit the notification
Oh, he is
bell.
outdoors now.
Outside.
Oh my
He can do what he wants. Comment and let us know who won. We'll be posting. It was good to get a draft done. I've missed drafts, so
Yeah, they're fun.
they are
Lit.
fun. They are fun.
Tune in next week. See if we talk about something you care about.
Yep. Tune in. All
Later.
right, we'll see you next week on Earth. Adios, amigos.
Hey.